Day 8 of my May art journal challenge. So this is my very first one that I've done all by my lonesome. So I hope everyone has been enjoying it, and hopefully next year, if I do it again, we'll have a couple of YouTube channels that are going to join in with me. So I'm going to put that out there to the YouTube world. So if you're watching this and you have a YouTube channel and you're interested in doing this with me next year, let me know, drop me a line. So my email address is in my my about page. Okay, so what it is just a whole lot of creative fun. So 13 days of artistic play in May with me, mixed media, achievable art awakenings, grungy goodness, graphical wonders, intuitive and impulsive expressive experiments. So it's just a big fun time during May. So day 8, which is round about the 17th of May, depending on what side of the world you live on, is What a Load of Nonsense. Okay, so probably that could have fitted all of the ones I've done so far, but what I thought I'd do is I've got my little scrap box here that's been gathering a few things. I love that flower. I really want to try and get that in there. Things that I've been just chucking in there in the last couple of weeks. So I might see what I can find in here. And I've got some paints. Let's put a few bits of book page down. So I'm just going to tear up some pieces of book page. Just when you do this, you know, these little bits might show through here and there. They may not be seen at all. Doesn't matter. The idea of it is just to get some text in the background, add a bit of texture to the page, and I think that'll do with book page. So I am going to glue that down. I've actually got all those leftovers from the previous one with the mark making, where I had bits of book page that I've done marks on it, so they're just sitting there looking at me as well. Okay, so M.A.G.G.I.E medium is what I'm going to use to stick my pieces down. So I'm going to go ahead and pop them down on this page, which has already got a coat of gesso on it. Just to get things going, and also to provide a little bit of stability to the page, because it's only quite thin. I have again glued down a piece of drawing paper onto the page. So now, why am I sticking this particular thing of drawing paper down? I'll tell you what, I was shopping on Temu, and I don't know if anybody else bought stuff from them, but it has a tendency to tell you things are something, and then when they turn up, they're not quite how they were described. And this was one of those instances. This was supposed to be watercolour paper. It's no more watercolour paper than I am an elephant. So it'd be lucky if it's 100 GSM, which is probably, what's that, about 40 pound, and it's, at best, it's sketch paper. Anyway, it's good on this. It's about the thickness of the book page. So, yeah. Definitely not watercolour paper. Anyway, it's just one of those things, you know, you just cop it, don't you? Wear it. And you won't buy from them again. So there, we got something stuck under there. Piece of fabric. Yeah. So I was going to say once bitten, twice shy, but it's not the first time it's happened to me, so it's my fault for not reading the descriptions properly, thoroughly. You know, you start looking for something and then they start suggesting other things and you think, oh, they must be the same type of thing. But, yeah, they're not. Completely different stuff. But anyway, I've got some good stamps from Temu. Some good stamps and some pretty good stencils, so I can't really complain about too much. It's just, I would never buy their paper from them again. I like those long bits. I'm going to put that there. So how's everyone going? Hope you've been playing along in your own little crafty space, trying out new things. I know a couple of people have put their bits and pieces up on Instagram, and a couple have sent me their photos of what they've made, which I love to receive. So thank you if you've been doing that. Stick down there. I love this little spatula for doing this stuff. I might put a little bit more there, and then that'll do. So if you didn't know, this bag is made out of mainly paper shopping bags. I mean, this book, not bag. The book is made from paper bags, mostly. But I do have, that's pastel paper, and that's out of a calendar. Okay, so that'll do for that. Now, I'm just going to check to make sure I haven't missed any corners. And then I'm going to put some paints on top. You know when you buy a paint and you think, why did I buy that colour? This is one of them. I've only just bought it. I don't know why I bought it. It's a colour like I'll never use. So I'm just going to use a bit of it up today. So I'm really going loose with these marks. I'm not worried about covering big areas, just getting some paint down on there. Just clean that brush off. Okay, that's one colour. Now I have this pink opera rose. Okay, lid's not going to come off that way. Oh, super bright. And I haven't cleaned my brush off. I'm just taking this and I'm going to move it to other places. This is quite transparent, this colour. So basically I'm scribbling. I really don't care what shapes I get, whether it goes over the top of the other colours. I'm just wanting to get it all on there because I'm going to put some gesso over the top of this anyway, among other things. Looks like a 3-year-old has gone to town on it. And I will rinse the brush because it's getting a little bit covered in paint, inundated with paint. Now I've got an orange. I'm not sure whether I want to use it now. But I do have this lovely pale olive. This is one of my favourite colours at the moment, so I'm just going to put a little bit of that on the page and smush it around. I think I use this for the green. So this is going to be a load of nonsense. Not going to make any sense whatsoever. Just having a lot of fun. I love green and purple together. It always goes well together. Okay, so maybe I will put a couple of little blobs of this orange in there. I don't want too much. Doing a little bit of drawing with the spatula. Okay. Now, I'm going to put some gesso over the top of that. And I'm going to use this old store card to scrape that around. That's creating mixes with the other colours. So I'm liking that. Okay, let's scrape it orange back a little bit. It's very potent. Chill it out a bit. And while that's wet there, I'm going to scrape something into that with my paint knife. Just going to make some texture. Do a bit of that in some other places. Not sure if you can see that. It's quite texturized. Okay, now should I let it dry or should I just put something else on top of it? How about some ink? I've got purple, I've got magenta, I have got red, and I've got turquoise. Purple and turquoise, I reckon. So what I'm going to do is create a couple of little pools of water with some damp areas on there, and then drop the ink into it and see what happens. Be careful, this comes out fast. Okay. I was hoping it would be a little bit more dramatic than that. Maybe I need to drop some water on top of the ink. Let's lift the page up and let it run a couple of places. See what happens. Because the paint's not completely dry, the ink is picking up some of the paint and taking it with it. So it's the ink is changing colour slightly in some places. My gesso jar underneath so it holds the page up and keeps everything flowing. I think that'll do with the turquoise. I'm going to add some of this purple on there now. Violet, actually it's called. I'll let that find its own level, so to speak. Drop some on this side. I'm going to move the book, the jar over a bit so the book's more up on this side. Okay, it's pretty in your face, isn't it? Move this way a bit. Oh, so I'm going to just try a bit of this red, see what happens. I forgot to shake it. I'm hoping that when it hits those other colours that it produces something really different, dynamic. Okay, let's let it run. Well, that's interesting. There's a couple of places where the ink hasn't mixed with water. I might just leave them there. I'm going to dry that off with my hairdryer. Well, it's Editing Lee here. You are about to see me make a complete mess of this page on the left-hand side. So if you really want to see how to fix up something when it goes horrendously wrong, keep watching. Okay, time to use this bad boy. So I've put some gesso in there, some white gesso, and I'm just going to get that paintbrush really saturated in water and mix it with the gesso. There is some black ink in here, so it's going to pick that up, I think. Yes. So now I've got a grey sort of colour. And what I'm going to do is just put some splotches. I just want them on one side. Okay, I'm going to hit that with some water. Things out of my little basket that sort of attracted my attention. This is a hot mess, so it gets covered up, so don't worry too much about it. I can just hear people, what they'll be saying about it. Alright, so I've got these, and I reckon, I'm not sure what that is. It's a polecat. I reckon one of them would look good like her, sitting on the back of that. And then I've got a lady with no arms. I don't know what I could do with her. But I've got these flowers here. I thought they make nice hats and things. I'll put them there. Don't think I'll use them. I won't use that. She's too nice to put on there. Got a couple of these paper doll things. And this one. And then I've got this Alice. So she might look nice with something done to her. But I was looking at like these things with maybe that as a hat instead of what she had. And then maybe something like that, or this one. That one with something like that behind her, and then this lady, she could have those flowers on her head, maybe. So I don't know what I'll do with the armless lady. With the Alice, I'm not really sure about her. She looks a bit sad. She's a sad Alice. A garden party. It's got some other people. I cut these out of a garden. It was a Roses and Poetry book. I always loved that. But I think I'll start with, I'll cut out the polecat and cut out the lady to sit on her. I don't like this. I'm going to probably regret doing this, but I've got this colour which is called sketch paper, and I'm just going to put some of that on there. Oh yes, you certainly are going to regret this. I probably won't like that either. Anyway, it's a good thing about acrylics. If you don't like what you've got, you just go over it, get rid of it, and put something else on there. There's still little bits of the colour showing through. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I'm not thinking today. Alrighty, so I managed to cut out my seated lady. And I thought she could sit on the back of the polecat, and the polecat's tail can come around in front of her. And I cut out these other ones, so there was 4 of them on the sheet, and I was trying to do something with them. Maybe get rid of the hats that they've got and put something else on them. So if I was like to, it's a huge flower, like put a slit in there so that her head can go up inside it, and it'll look like that's, see what I mean? Oops. her doesn't work because her hat's too low on her head. This one, she has no hat, so it works for her. She looks alright. Turn the light on. So she looks alright with that on her head. I feel like maybe I could cut those off. Maybe if I just shorten them. And if it's still too big, I'll just cut them off completely back to that white mark. Shame to cut this flower up, but anyway. Might get rid of that there. Cut that there. This is the one I was going to use. Looks a bit odd. Behind, I think, is better. But she's got that silly pom-pom. Well, that looks alright on her. So that's two of them. This one maybe could have this white flower. That's not too bad. And then the lady that's sitting on the pole cat. Maybe I need to find something for her to wear as a hat, because it's got some sort of ears sticking out there. Alrighty, I have this one, which is not a magazine image or book image. It's something that I eco printed. And then I have, no, that's not really suitable. Alright, so I'm going to put together the ones that I know I am going to use, so I don't keep mixing them up. And I can put them to the side. I should try and get rid of that. Do I put it there, or do I put it there? I think on like that. Yep. Okay. I'll leave that stuff there, the pom-pom and the pom-pom, because that'll help keep this in place. It's a little bit more real estate to have some glue on. And put that on a jaunty angle. Okay, yep, she looks pretty good. Pop her over there. And glue this one. I'm just going to tidy that cut a little bit. I hope I don't ruin it. That's better. Okay, so she's got her. And this one. I'm going to trim her hat off. That's better. Just trying to think which is the best way to put it. Not that way. Okay, so I'm just going to put glue all over the back of her head. And put it on there. And glue down the back. So, and we've got that one. And then I have my polka lady. So, let's find a flower to go on her head. So I've got a red spiky star looking flower. I've cut off the top of the hat, and this has got some little stamens sticking up there, so I thought I could just put that there so it comes up above the top of her head. And I'm just going to paste that on. And I glue that down the back just a little bit so she can go onto the polecat. I'm thinking maybe I'll cut the rest of the polecat out. I did leave it on the background because I just wanted to see what I was going to do with it before I actually cut it completely. Okay, she looks better. Okay, so I've got my four little wacko ladies here having their fashion exhibition. I want to put something on that. Something like that maybe, and put the red one on. I feel like I need another person, and I don't think the red ones should be together. So that one there, maybe that one on there, that one there. Something like that. I'm going to look for a black and white printed piece of tissue in amongst my gel prints. Didn't find a black and white one, but I got this one, which I like because it's got that like old wall effect. So you know, when things don't work out the way you want them to be, there's always an alternative when you're doing mixed media or you're using acrylic paint. So you don't have to think it's the end of the road when you come to an obstacle like I did. I shouldn't have put that sloppy gesso stuff on there. Then I wouldn't have been putting that on there. And you know, just one thing led to another. So we're fixing it up now. Now these colours here are similar to what's down here. So my piece of paper is not really big enough for my page, but what I'll do is I'll just push it up the page a little bit, and I don't think it really is that noticeable anyway. And I could always put another piece there of something. Maybe a piece of this, maybe off from the bottom, this bluey colour. put that there. And then that there. So that could go over the top. There's always a decision to make, isn't there? Maybe that way. I think that was the way I had it. Yeah. That over the top, this on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to stick that down with my gel matte medium. And I was thinking that I could stick some of these other flowers on the page as well. That's what I want. Yeah, just keep going when something's not working out. Just keep going. Keep adding stuff. You'll get there in the end. I cut this flower out too. I thought that, I know it's huge, but I really love it and I want to put it in there somewhere. Maybe it'll get in another project. So where are my girls going to go? So I've got the two red ladies with the red, and then I've got two sort of more neutral colours. So they look good because they've got something to stand on that edge there. So maybe I should cut another piece of that off. What's this? This is a piece of a column. Okay, I'm just going to, this was out of my other book. And I was going to use it and I didn't. So let's put that there for this little fella. I think she stand out better over here against the purple. And this one, where did the other bit of it go? I dropped it somewhere, can't see it. Can't be too far away. I bet you guys can see it. Go and walk about. Alright, I'll use a bit of something else. What about a playing card? I do have some smaller ones. Let's see if I can find one of my small ones. I've just been wondering about putting the other three onto a playing card as well. This is a load of nonsense. Absolutely. So what if they, and I'll do something with the card to make it look, change the colour of it, you know, put something on it. Or maybe they look alright. Maybe they just need to be distressed a little bit. This one, because she's got a small foot area, I think she should stand on the top. And hers should go long ways. Like that. She can still sit there on that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm going to just rough these up a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to take the shine off them with this little tool. This is like a sandpaper block. Well, that works better. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to glue that one down first. Just took some of the shine off that to make sure that the glue will actually stick for me. She's going to stand on that. I'll put that one in crooked like that. And that one can go that way. Okay. Now, is there room for the other flowers? So I have that one. I'm not sure about that. And I've got this one. Maybe up there. Go back to this. Actually don't mind it with it covering those two ladies. Although it pushes her a bit far off the page. No, I really think it's too big. Maybe this is too. I think I'll leave it off. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down the girls, and then I'm probably going to do a little bit of Posca line marking or something in the background and see how that goes. Just going through my things here. There's nothing really that I want to put in there. I don't want to get anything else out. I wanted to just use the stuff that I have. Okay, I'm going to glue them down. This is Lumicolor permanent pencil, so it's a waterproof pencil. Just want to go around and put a little edge, a little shadow on everything. Using a bit of this paint to join these pages together in as much as continue the colour from one to the other, so there's not that obvious disjoint. Maybe a little bit of the green down here near the red. Okay, so what about a little bit of gesso mark making perhaps? I have this little jar of gesso that was sent to me to try from a company here in Australia. Oh, it was a free gift actually, I'm telling a lie. Well, I suppose it is to try because I ordered some paint from them. And they sent me a free sample, or free gift. Okay, so where are we going to go with this? Maybe just a little bit here. And where else do we need it? Just here, I think. It's got a lot of tooth in it, this gesso. So I'm just dry brushing this. I got no water on my brush at all, just using the gesso. And I sort of feel it needs a little bit just there. I know I've only just put that green in there, but break it up a little bit. That's better. Where else does it need anything? Needs a bit of glue there. Always seems to be in the corners that the glue gets missed. Right. I don't think I'm going to be gluing anything else on there, but I want to do some more mark making. Now I'm wondering about whether using this gesso is the best way to go. I'll just do some little bits and see what it's like. I thought it might have been a bit transparent. It seems to be okay. And that's bringing everything together to like the 2 pages. Yep, quite like that. So I'll do some more of that. Do some here. I need some glue under that, but I'll put it on there a bit later on. I wonder about some black, maybe. Maybe I could just do around the edge of the page with black. Oh, I do have this really dark colour, midnight blue it's called. I wonder what that's going to look like. It's almost Payne's grey, that's why I bought this one. Yeah, I think that would be good. Where do I want to try it? Just here. That looks nice. It's quite black looking, I think. I'll just put a little run along the bottom of this one. Won't do it on that. Where else does it need something? I think I should turn the light on. It's getting late in the afternoon. I'm losing my sunshine. Maybe a little bit here. Yeah, that's nice. Nice contrast to the white. And I think just some dots of it somewhere. Yep, and a couple here. Paper's a bit wrinkly there. Oh, it's where I've scratched into the all the paint underneath. They look like little trees. I should probably stop before I wreck it. I really like that colour though. And I just want to go around the edge with my crayon. Just to finish it off. I'm not worried if it goes on the other page because it'll be covered over. So you can see that's going onto that bottom page. It's not a problem. Let's put some glue here. Maybe just a little bit of gold. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to call that done. you can see what's on there. The gold showing up yet? Probably not. So I've got my flower head ladies. Those paper dolls were a printable that I got. I'm pretty sure it was on Etsy, so I'll put a link in the description box if they're still available, if anyone wants them. It's not my product, it's somebody else's. So yeah. Alright, let me know what you think. I love this. Or the further away I get from it, the more I like it, because when you're too close to something, it's hard to see. And a hint that one of my art teachers said was, if I ever want to see what my paintings look like to someone else and have a good look at them, is to hold them up in a mirror, so it puts it twice the distance away from the mirror, you know, makes the painting look that twice as far away. And you see things, you notice things that are wrong, and you see the overall picture as well. So I'm totally happy with this. I love it. I hated what was going on that side when I first started, but now I'm really loving it. Okie dokie, let me know in the comments what you think. And this one was a load of nonsense, or what a load of nonsense, something like that. So I'll see you for the next one, which is when, this is where I can never find my paper, because it gets buried during the process. But anyway, is this it? No, I don't know where it's gone. Anyway, I'll see you for the next one. Thanks for watching. Stay creative, stay painting, stay sticky and cutting and all the rest of it. And hugs and cheers from Australia. Hooroo. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. Alright, thanks. Hooroo.